And viewers, so how is the response of the cinema manager associations due to cinema reopening? So let's take a look at the latest statement in the first graphic. So here it is, a statement from Johnny Shafruddin as the chairman of Indonesian Cinema Management Associations. He stated clearly that the cinema industry players have discussed and agreed to restart cinema operations starting Wednesday, July 29, 2020, simultaneously throughout Indonesia. And although the Jakarta provincial government has permitted that the operations of the cinema from 6 to 16 July 2020, the associations of cinema managers say that they open cinemas by the end of July. It is because the cinema management still needs time to make all preparations and to fulfill the obligations of the health protocol as well. At the same time, the associations of cinema managers even say that it is possible to postpone the opening if the COVID-19 cases increase. So how many cinemas will be opened at the end of July? So let's see the next graphic. Here it is, we can see, first of all, we can see how it would impact to the cinemas in Indonesia as we gather the data about Indonesia's largest cinema providers. So first of all, we can take a look at Cinema 21 within 1,182 screens. That is divided into 218 cinemas all across Indonesia. And moving on to its rival, which is the CGV, with 331 screens within 54 cinemas across Indonesia, and also Sinopolis by 305 screens that is diverse into 60 cinema around Indonesia. And until now, the Cinema 21 group is still the market leader in Indonesian cinema industry, with cinema networks spread throughout Indonesia. One of Cinema 21's group's success strategies is that to run cinemas in city centers by placing them in shopping centers or iconic locations. Over the years, Blitz Megaplex, or currently CGV cinemas, emerged as an alternative in cinema industry in 2006. And not only Cinema 21, CGV and Sinopolis, a number of companies also participated in the cinema industry, and of course with a smaller number of cinemas and screens, such as the New Star Cineplex, Independent, and also Platinum Cineplex. But the COVID-19 pandemic has severely affected the sustainability of the cinema company business. And to know more about that, let's move to the next graphic. So here it is, as our research team has elaborated. Here it is, the impacts of COVID-19 to cinema industry. First of all, the total operational shutdowns that we cannot even deny. And as of April 2020, temporarily terminate remunerations for directors and commissioners in Cinema 21. And the third point is the transfer of remunerations of the company's operational needs in accordance to Cinema 21. And next, we can see from CGV's perspective about the impacts of COVID-19 to the industry that they live in. First of all, total operational shutdowns, of course, and the company's revenue dropped by 75% as if in year on year. And the third one is that renegotiate rental fees that they need to handle, and also cut 1,478 employees of CGV, which is more than 50% of the total employees of the company itself. And up to now, Cinema 21 has not provided exact figures related to the losses of the impact of COVID-19. The company has only ensured to make it efficiency to meet the operational needs. And meanwhile, CGV Cinema under the company Graha Layar Prima, which is a listed company on Indonesia Stock Exchange, has mentioned the impact of pandemic on the company's performance, which not only decreased revenue, but the company stated that the net profit dropped more than 75%. So how exactly was the cinema industry market before COVID-19 pandemic? The data is in the next graphic. Here it is, we can see the cinema goers in Indonesia. In 2016, the amount of cinema goers is 37.2 million, and it went up by 2017 to be in a number of 42.2 million. And the number went up again in 2018 to be 51.2, and then in 2019, the number went up to 51.9 million cinemagoers in Indonesia. And with the massive development of the film industry, both local and international, the number of cinemagoers continued to experience growth, seen from the year-on-year data. So with the total audience of 55 million in 2019, if we multiply it a ticket price of at least 30,000 rupiah, then the transactions in 2019 will be around 1.56 trillion rupiah. This doesn't even count the difference in ticket prices between weekdays and weekends. We can imagine how significant the decrease in velocity of the money in the cinema when the pandemic struck. And okay, viewers, maybe there are many of us that cannot wait to go to cinema, but don't forget the health protocols in the cinema area. So therefore, let's see the next graphic about the health protocol. Here it is, and it is stated in the Jakarta Provincial Department of Tourism and Creative Economy in the decree stating about entertainment business sector in the cinema. They have to apply the health protocol as well. First of all, we can see the online ticketing would be available and want to eradicate the direct ticketing. And the second one is that all the moviegoers have to use face mask, and the seating arrangement, they make a seating arrangement. And the next one is the limitations of the cinema goers, as it may not fulfill the full 100% occupancy, and also the cashless payment that is linked to the online ticketing, and also the periodic cleaning that needs to be enhanced during this pandemic. And the government enforced the cinema management to implement strict health protocols, including the obligations to provide hand sanitizers and not serve visitors who do not use masks. And in addition, the visitors are also required to pass a body temperature check, where the visitors with a body temperature above 37.3 degrees Celsius are not allowed to enter the cinema area. And we hope that this cinema reopening can again boost the economic growth. And then if you want to go to the cinema as soon as possible, don't forget to apply the health protocol as well. Stay tuned to market headlines, because we will be right back after this quick break.